Welcome back to hour 5 of the CoronaTown base tour. We are at 5 hours and 31 seconds. I waited out a little bit longer this time because my first hour I ended up being on 45 minutes, I think, because I did it on the hour, not at an hour of gameplay. So I held this one back so I could get on track with hour per hour just for my own sanity because I was losing track of everything. Currently, since last time, I have put in my steel here, I think, but I upgraded to bigger furnaces. I'm going to have to upgrade to bigger copper furnaces. Noticing that this large patch of iron here, as great as it is to have a big patch to mine up fast, I already ran out of some because each little miner that you put down only has so much. Like this one only has 1.3k left. These ones are still a little more rich, but the ones around the outside are not as juicy. You can almost see in here there's like a ring here. I don't know if you guys can see this little ring of, it looks like the density here changes from the density here. Must be over some sort of threshold that the game then programs it to be a little bit more thicker looking, I would imagine. Set up for myself for some crude oil. I don't usually make stone paths, but I'm trying to be again more about just getting stuff done as opposed to trying to make efficient. So I just pathed out and cleared myself a little walkway. I lose radar range here, but that way all these trees everywhere and all these rocks, I kept trying to walk down there or drive my car and I kept running into things. So I just made myself a path, a little guideline to follow. I'm going to go down here and possibly get this oil, maybe some of this water here, and turn it into sulfur to make batteries, because I'd like to make a couple laser turrets because I'm tired of running around and fueling all of my defenses here with ammo, and I'm just losing track of that kind of thing. I really don't like having to do ammo or have to run around with a belt that has ammo on it. Here we can see an attack. Let's see how these guys do. Good timing, good timing. Yeah, so we're still doing okay, but I'd rather not have to deal with that. So I'll come down here, borrow some of this water, turn the oil into... See, I can't ever remember how this works. Yep, so you get mined up, turn it into petroleum, then you use water and petroleum. I will make sulfur, and I will turn that sulfur into batteries, I think. Can never remember the process until I'm setting it up, because I'm silly. Or the sulfur I can turn into plastic. Nope. Plastic is coal and petroleum. That's what I'm also worried about. I need coal. Sulfur to make batteries. There they are, to make sulfuric acid. So I make sulfur with the water and the petroleum. Then that sulfur and iron to make sulfuric acid. Then I turn iron and copper into batteries. That'll allow me to make laser turrets when I can finish upgrading those. Yeah, you know the gist. We'll see it when it happens. Plastic bars to make myself some advanced circuits because I would like to get my blue science done. That'll give me the ability to work on tanks, which I would like to get to. Tanks will make it very easy for me to go clear out biter bases and set up my defenses, and laser turrets. These are big things that me personally in my games I like to get. I like to get laser turrets because I love to get myself into a setup place where I don't have to, again, go around and feed more belts with ammo or feed more turrets with ammo. So I'm going to work for laser turrets, and I'm going to work for tanks. That way I can expand myself out and get myself in a good place. Coal is very sporadic. I am going to also try and then get this oil patch after I get my tanks, hopefully. And I can upgrade all of my burners right now to just use some sort of solid fuel and use solar as much as I can, because I don't want to use all my coal here. I don't have a lot. I only have 100k there, 300k there, and I'm going to need to use that to make grenades for my black science packs, and I'm going to need that to make plastic to make advanced circuits. Oh, here's some out here. So we do have some on the map, but I'd prefer to just get some of that out of the way, coal and such, because it is getting a little sparse. It does seem like we've uncovered a lot of the maps since before. We have some big patches of iron all over. Didn't really want Resource Overhauler to do such a thing like this. This seems like very frequent patches of big iron. But I'm sure we'll use that stuff up quick. Again, this will be used up probably pretty fast, as well as this will be up, and who knows? We'll see what happens. So catch you on the next clip. That'll be hour 6. Thank you and stay tuned. You can see 5 hours and 58 minutes. We are at hour 6 in the Corona base tour. This has probably been the least productive hour because I accidentally forgot I had it up, and I was looking at something else online for Path of Exile, honestly. Not going to lie to you. And I got distracted for about 10-15 minutes, and I didn't want to do that, but I messed myself up. This is my least favorite part of the game right here, and it's why I keep saying things like I abandoned this factory and I abandoned this soon, and I keep abandoning things and just trying to go for efficiency, because this is where I'm trying to get my oil production working, and I'm just working too hard to make it perfect instead of just making it work for now, so I can get the science potions for blue, and that I can come back later and fix it at a later point. So it's just, I think it's my OCD gets in the way, and I want to make it work and make it efficient immediately. But honestly, I keep trying to tell myself, just make it work for now. We'll come back later and we'll fix it. So I set up power all the way down to my oil. On my path, I have a few lights, radar in the corner so we can see here. And then I just set up a little bit of oil, a little bit of oil refining here. And this is just making plastic bars and sulfur. I need to fill this back up with coal. That way the plastic bars can be made, and they're just putting them in a box here. And then I'm just filling my inventory with them, and I'm going to run back here, find a place to make some advanced circuits, wherever the heck they are. I'm so bad at navigating this. I just click through till I find the stuff I need. Because I haven't researched advanced circuits. I'm researching advanced circuits next. So then I will just make some somewhere here in my base to make the blue science potions, which I will need some sulfur, which I'm making down there, and engines, which I'm going to have to find a place up here to make engines. Engines will be steel, gears, and pipes. So honestly, the only thing there that I don't have kind of being made is pipes, but pipes is just iron. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to double check before I lie to everybody. Yep, so I'll just have iron coming down, and I'll have steel coming down, and I'll turn them each into what they need to be. Don't really have room underneath here, but I guess I could possibly bring it down a little further underneath. I'm just running a little tight on space, but that'll be the last thing I need to make just some blue science. And then once I get to my blue sciences, that opens up a whole world of everything. I can start doing, as you can see, my modules. I'll get my laser turrets. I'll be able to do my tank. I think I'll be able to get to cliff explosives at that point if I can't already. I already have cliff explosives. That'll just allow me the sulfur to make explosives and do things with that. So we will see what happens in the next hour. That was just a quick one right now. We've been getting attacked pretty frequently all around. If we look at our kill screen, I guess I can show you that. So yeah, I mean, it looks like within 10 minutes we get 3 or 4 attacks. So we'll set up our laser towers, hopefully, after we can get those all set up, and we will move to lasers, and I will be able to just not worry about running around and defending my base from the outside as much, which will be a big thanks for me, and I will be able to then, like I said before, start working into some other alternative source from coal to make my my power work, and I will just set up somewhere a little bit of a solar array as well to help out, some accumulators, and I'll be able to expand to new areas with laser turrets and feel much more comfortable. That's personally how I like to do it. Come up to like somewhere like here, surround it with walls and laser turrets, and then just put a little train station in there and take it somewhere else and figure out where to go. I also since have built a car, which I've been trying to use, but this little path I set up to make myself stay clear, I can't turn the car that precisely, and I still hit stuff anyway. So the path has just been more of a walking path right now. Because there is, if you look here, there is so many little rocks, rock, tree, rock, and I've been just blowing through the repair packs, fixing my car every 3 seconds because I can't drive. When you try to go straight left across the screen and you get just like a little bit of an angle and you start running into stuff, I'm like, screw this. We'll try again later. So, see you in another hour. Let's see where we end up. Thank you. Alright, another hour down. We are, as you can see here, at 7 hours, 4 minutes, and 58 seconds. So I'm a little late on it, but I was setting up a little bit, and I wanted to get it set up before I did the clip, so 5 minutes over. Boo-hoo. Since last time we were here, I believe we've got... Yeah, we already got the oil set up last time I showed you. We are working on mining productivity, which you can't see up in the corner, I know, at the moment, but mining productivity right now, and then we're going to get our lasers going, which will be great because then I will feel good and secure, as I said, about moving out and expanding. I have since also more rigged up in the weirdest way possible. I've split off more electric circuits, copper wire here. I am just self-feeding plastic, running all the way down. I'm running all the way down, picking up my sulfur, picking up my plastic, and putting coal back in the box to make more. If I remember to bring coal with me, because the amount of times I've ran down there and realized I forgot coal and had to run all the way back up has been quite a few, because I can't quite remember what I'm doing, but I'm getting the rhythm now, so it's not as bad. The circuits right now are backed up because I'm collecting a few, and I just upgraded these to the blue, to the tier 2 assembly machines. Still look like it's stealing too fast for what I've got going on. But I just want to have a little bit of a backup in a box, because up here by my water, also done the same manual feed setup to just make some batteries. And if you guessed it already, I'm going to use circuits, batteries, and all that to make here it laser turrets. So I'll just have a couple of those to make by hand, or just set up somewhere else in a box. And that way I can set up defenses anywhere I want. After that, I'm doing as much mining productivity as I can at the moment with just the red and blue science, or the red and green science, because my blue science is short. Other than I just made this little setup here, which is going to make, I had it right here a moment ago, which you didn't see, and I realized how I was thinking how I could get where I could build, because I don't really have much room to go down here with these cliffs in the way, and I don't want to build out over here without any walls protecting me. Most of my defenses are set up by the natural cliff wall that is aligned here. So you can see the cliffs move, they stop. I put up 2 turrets, little cliff, turret, all cliffs, walls with turrets, cliffs, turrets all the way around as you've seen before. So I'm going to have come across here, make some blue science slowly off to the side, have a little bit of a backup because I'm doing mining productivity right now, which is only the red and blue. Red and green, I keep saying blue. And yeah, I think that's about it for this hour. A real rigged up setup here. Nothing crazy, nothing amazing. Just kind of making it work like I've been trying to do. And after I get blue science and I get a little bit of blue science working here and I get some laser turrets set up, I think the next expansion I'm going to do... this resource spawner overhauler is quite strange to me. It's supposed to make resources like more spread out and more area, and I guess this is a pretty big gap between my first resource patch, but I got iron, iron, iron. Like, I've got 3 huge patches, and I think that my frequency on iron wasn't that high. I thought I had low frequency, high size, low richness. But who knows? Maybe this is a little bit of a fluke, and again, as we spread out a little bit further, we might end up seeing some more stuff. This looks like a butt to me, you know, a little copper on the butt cheeks here. We're going to probably use this maybe to make some circuits down here. If that 2.3 mil copper I don't think is going to match up to the large amount of iron here. We are also thinking, if looking at the way that this water is running here, hoping that this water curves off to the side maybe and connects back. And once I get some cliff explosives, maybe come up here, set up a main bus going off to the side and abandoning this whole setup. Set up a few train stations. Aside from this iron patch here, this is and this copper patch here, which would go quick. This is a fairly small, a fairly sparse area here, or maybe if it's very sparse here, where I can just set up a lot of trains and a train station to offload for a main bus to move off to the right. Think a main bus is how I'm going to do this one with such a large distance between things with resource spawner overhauler, and with the fact that I've just done town style the past few times I've played. So in the next hour, you will see, hopefully, some laser turrets, and maybe, if I get my butt boogieing, you can see me expand a little bit out, and we can move off somewhere up here, and perhaps set up some other things. I have a lot of options now. I've got big dense patch of iron here, some iron by the water, which could be all made into concrete. We'll see what happens. I'm not quite sure, but I'm getting past that lull, that mid-game lull, where I get a little bit antsy and a little bit annoyed that I don't want to expand because I'm not quite there resource-wise. So I'm almost past that hump, and I'll have robots soon and self-roboports, which will allow me to just build more efficiently and faster, and I can set up some roboports to make some things work out. Again, we'll see what happens. Stick around, and we will chat you on the next clip. All right, welcome everybody. We are now at... Oh, don't click on that. 7 hours 58, so 8th hour in. I am at the point now where... Well, let's take a little tour down here. Since last, I have just actually put in some stone, bringing my stone off my line, some steel over, and some iron here to sticks to make some railroad tracks, because I know that I'm going to need that eventually. I feel like I'm currently just waiting on my research, not my resource. So I'm trying to find things that I should automate, just some in the meantime, because I know I'm going to be using train tracks, you know what I mean? I've upped up the production of my copper wires to make my circuits better. I'm at the point, too, where I'm forgetting what I'm hand feeding, so I just had to go get more plastic because I forgot about it. And I haven't been making engines at all to make my blue science packs. I forgot about that as well. But we are now making blue. I've gotten some more researches done. I've turned some of my batteries up here into laser turrets, things like that. And down here where we were before, still doing okay. I need to go take some more coal down yonder here and take some of that. But I think my next place is going to be to move up here, and I'm going to make a main base to shoot out to the right. And I will possibly... I have to do explosives next, because if I'm going to start coming up here to do my main bus, I need a cliff explosives to remove these cliffs, which means I'm going to need to make explosives, which is going to need sulfur. Sulfur needs petroleum and water, so I'm going to have to find a place where I can get coal and oil together. So I might use this coal and water off the line here and just bring over some oil from either here or here, because I don't see any other oil on my map to use at the moment. And then I will make myself some more yeah, I'll make some more explosives over that way. So stick around for the next hour and we'll see the next base tour then, and you can stay up to date if you come to the Twitch channel and see it there. Thank you.